Hey. Bloody eyes a bit bright, hang on. Wow, it is a bit bright. That's better, that's more like it. Good evening, sorry, I was blinding myself on my ring light there because I had it on too high a setting. Wow. Okay, and I need to get my hair cut. Good evening. Okay, so today's a bit of a quick one. Before I go into the sort of pre-stream chat, I'm going to do the usual preamble of reminding people that this is not going to be showing any video or audio from what we're going to be watching tonight, hence the term BYOC, bring your own copy. It's up to you, in whatever method you have available to you, to provide your own copy or to watch at a later date. And let me see, the ref. Yeah, excuse me. I'll start again. So yeah, bring your own copy, no audio, nothing from what we're going to be watching. There will be a sync timer down below, which will match up with basically where I am, and I'm not too bad at getting it all started now. I think the worst. Yeah, number go. So yes, tonight is the last 2 episodes of Rings of Power Season 2. Very surprised there's only 8. I thought there would have been more, but hey, never mind. But I've definitely come to like this season, I think, a little bit better than Season 1 was. I still have issues with some parts of it. Not major amount, and not to a point where, you know, I am not a complete lore purist that I am going to go absolutely, you know, when things change. But I can understand where some people's criticisms have come from. I'm not disparaging it because, you know, at the end of the day, enjoyment is a subjective thing. That's the whole what's one man's trash is another man's treasure and all that. But yeah, I think I'd rate Season 2 slightly higher on my personal rankings than Season 1, but I still vastly prefer the films. Vastly prefer the films, 100%. You know, I think I'd rate the films, I think I mentioned it, sort of like 9.5 out of 10. This, around 7. Around 7. And I go by the, what's the word, by the standards of 5 is perfectly average. So for me, it's like, okay, yeah, this is decent, watchable. Is it a amazing Lord of the Rings thing? It's okay. It's okay. Is it a decent fantasy show in its own right? Yeah, it's actually not that bad. It's like, again, like some of the like, there's been far too many things I have seen over the years and watched that, you know, you just sit and watch it and you think, yeah, that's okay, and then you see some of the, like, and I'm talking like real nasty vitriol some fans can come up with just because they don't like something, or because it's not exactly 100% the way they liked it. One example I do like to use is, or 2 actually I should say, is Discovery and Lower Decks from the Star Trek genre. Genre? Wrong choice of words there. Star Trek universe? There we go, yeah. Now, when Lower Decks was announced, everybody went, oh god, this is just going to be absolutely poop. It's just going to be, you know, just Star Trek just with like knob jokes every 5 minutes. And yes, the first few episodes were a bit rough, can't deny that. But that's the same for every Star Trek show. The first few episodes, hell, the first season, is rough. Especially when you compare it to later episodes and seasons. Deep Space Nine, for example, whilst it had a couple of pretty decent episodes, like Duet, overall, compared to some of the later seasons, Season 1 was rough. Next Generation, Season 1, really freaking rough. It didn't really sort of hit its like real stride until sort of Season 3. Now, Discovery, for example, again, not my favourite of the Star Trek series, but I enjoyed watching it. But it was just like, I think I've been watching Deep Space Nine again and other stuff like that. Like, and I wasn't a great fan on the whole fact that like they were going from crisis to crisis to crisis to crisis every single season. That I think was just like, I think is what put me off. Not the the actors. I thought the actors were brilliant. The design of Discovery very confusing, and especially the whole thing with the Klingons in season 1. That was very confusing, but not to a point where I'm like, all right, fair enough. This is just how they're going to do it for this season. No, it's okay. I mean, the original series of Star Trek had Klingons basically being humans with slightly interesting facial hair. So I can't really pass any judgments in that department. Yeah, and I think this is I think if I had to sort of make the same comparison, this I think is what's going to happen with this, because 100% they're going to bring out our third season, and I honestly feel that I think season 3, whenever it comes out, I think will probably be the season that will make people go, actually no, you're right, this is actually okay. Season 1 is definitely on the rough side, because now I'm assuming this is not going to happen in the last 2 episodes, but we have got so many big things on the horizon in terms of lore that's being set up. We've got the Fall of Numenor, which they've already started to hint that that's the events that caused that have already started to begin, shall we say. Do we see the forging of the 9 rings and them being given to the 9 kings and stuff like the Witch King of Angmar? I want to see what the freaking Witch King looks like, or it's like before given the rings and stuff like that. Do we get to see the first humans actually become the first Nazgul? Again, we had hints of that in, I think it's one of the other episodes when the elf smith lady, I forget her name, she said that when she was looking around, all she could see was like grey and mist, and then this living flame was staring at me. It's like, so we're already beginning to see that. Plus there was also the whole thing of like, even just being near the rings would not corrupt you, because it's but it would definitely put you on edge, just being near the ring. It's the real danger, of course, comes when you put it on. That's when the addiction and the real amplification of what you are gets corrupted and twisted. But even just being near one of the lesser rings was making some of the other dwarves and stuff like that get a little bit tetchy. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how they would go, because obviously the 3 were the pure ones. They were not even touched by Anatar. Then you had the 7, and we've started to see how that affects Durin. So I think one of the rings goes to the Lonely Mountain, I think, but I'm not sure if they're just focusing completely on Moria, or Khazad-dûm, I should say. What else is it? Oh yeah, and of course, we haven't seen the big boy himself yet. I mean, they've been putting the outline of the Balrog's, would you call it, like head, skull, whatever it is, in the opening credits, which I thought was a nice little touch when they did that. But there's nothing to make you. There's nothing yet that is like, this is it. This is when Moria falls. This is when Durin's Bane gets his name. And I've got a feeling this is going to be like, the last thing they want to do. Maybe like the last. Let me just read out the episode names, and you can understand why I think it may happen. Episode 7 is called Doomed to Die. Episode 8 is called Shadow and Flame. And that's one of the big things that Balrog was known for being, for a demon of shadow and flame. Of course, there is still some debate over whether or not the Balrog actually had wings. I'm of the school that says yes, the Balrog has wings, but they are not functional. The main reason being, I think the reason why they put them that in the in in the films, and obviously, this series takes a lot of inspiration from the films. But I believe it's multiple reasons. One, it looks freaking dope as hell, especially when he stands there and spreads his wings out, and they're all like made of fire and flames and shadow and stuff like that. That looked freaking cool. Also, as well, a lot of people would recognise the fact that the Balrog is a demon, essentially, if they had the wings. So I think that was a conscious design decision by whoever made the decision. Let's say Peter Jackson, or whoever was at Weta who decided what the Balrog would ultimately look like. Because you could have a big creature standing there with the roar, and the horns would look cool. But I know a lot of people would probably mistake it for something like a Minotaur or something like that. But as soon as you put the wings on, immediately you don't even have to say. It's just like, that fucker's a demon. It looks like a demon. It's acting like a demon. It's a freaking demon. So I think that's why they did it. Again, hypothesis in my head. It may or may not be true, but that's until I have other evidence to counteract that, I'm going to say that's what it is. And so I'm just going to rearrange my cables because I'm in danger of pulling my microphone out. So 1 second. Okay, there we go. Ooh. Okay. Oh no, one disconnect. Oops. Hang on. One moment. I've got a problem with my microphone stand. Please stand by. And the Balrog flies simply because it's really... Yeah. Ooh. Okay. Ah, so one of the screws came out the microphone stand. Sorry about this. I'll be there in a second. Okay, it's not perfect. Yeah, basically, as I went to move it, I twisted it in slightly the wrong way, and one of the what do you call it? One of the the bolts just sort of pinged off into the distance, and I've got the main pin. I may have to sort of like super glue it or something, you know, as a temporary measure, or just put sort it on. But it's one of the ones that keeps the arm at the right level, so I can actually talk properly, and it's not resting on the. I do have a somewhere a stand, so in an emergency I can always replace it with that. But I much prefer, to use the arm. I mean, to be fair, I've had this thing for only like 5 or 6 years, so I've just got to make sure I don't, because it's also right by the computer, and if it pings off in the wrong direction, it could cause a problem for the computer. But as long as I keep it, there, should be okay. Okay, how do I sound? Is there any issues in case like a cable's been caught or something? How do I sound? Me. I'm gonna be so careful with this. Basically, I just need to get like a little find the last little tiny nut, and then it'll be perfectly fine. I can see what's happened. Basically, as I've been using it over the years, it's just worked its way loose. So, as long as everyone can hear me okay, that's the main thing. Right, I'll be very careful. I'll have a proper look for the. Oh, hello. Is that down there? I'll have a proper look tomorrow when it's fully light, because it's probably just like, you know, it's like tiny little washer and a little bolt. It's fine as long as it just sits there. Okay, so, and like I say, if need be, I could just use some super glue or something just to as a temporary measure. Right. Okay. So get yourselves ready. We're about to start off with episode. Before I forget, before this thought disappears in my head, I don't think we're going to see it in this show because of when it was set. But if my memory serves me correctly, we have a tiny internet devour that goes, yeah, if that was me, that would be the cat. But if I remember rightly, there was actually in the first age multiple Balrogs, and I think, again, I might be wrong. This might just be me, you know, imagining it, but I think some of them did fly. Doesn't mean all Balrogs can fly, but I believe some of them did, because it was pretty much a battle of demons versus angels, i.e. the Maiar, and I think Gil-galad, or one of them, right, one of the major elven heroes, took on a small army of them and won. Again, but I got a sneaking suspicion that Balrog is a term that's like, it covers a wide variety of creatures. Like what we would call demons, they call Balrogs of Morgoth. You know, the wizards have varieties, elves have varieties. So I think it's more like a term rather than a title. So it's more like a name rather than a oh, you know, I'm going with that one. But obviously, you know, in the films and in this, like troll or giant, yeah, that sort of makes it. I think it could be like that, but because this is as far as I know, the last one alive, or at least on this mortal plane, they refer to it as the Balrog. Like Smaug was described as the dragon because he was the last one to believe to have existed. So I think that's what it is. Anyway, I know a few people know way more about the lore and stuff like that. I mean, I'll have a chat with them afterwards, see what they know, because I would not know where to look. But in the meantime, right, get yourselves ready. We're going to start on episode 7 because of, well, we're all sorted now. Okay. Although if you hear a clunk and I go quiet, it's because the mic's falling off its stand. So don't worry. Alright. We get everything like that. We'll get our screen full screened. We'll rewind that. Okay, same as before. A count of 5, and then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go, and then we'll go. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. I do it like that so we can sync up the timer, which yeah, it's going right. Violence, frightening scenes, flashing images. Honestly, the dude who's been playing Celebrimbor, like I've grown, I have really grown to like him as an actor. He's like, yeah, like, uh, and these two, I freaking love the relationship between these two. It's like when she just brought down that swarm of those flappy creatures, and he just turns around to us like, "God damn, I love you, woman." You can just see the expression on his face. But yeah, I think now that they've settled into their roles a little bit more, the actors, I think, feel more. Does that make sense? Yep. I'm still convinced that Adar is one of the OG elves who got corrupted. Because elves are basically immortal. Well, genetically immortal, I should say. They're not, they can still be killed. Again, the landscapes are freaking beautiful. There we go. Working towards a 9. Now he's got a clear head. Well, as far as he knows, he's got a clear head. And of course, if he's put some of his own blood or essence into this, it could explain why he has so much control over the 9. Because they're like part of him. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, there we go. Doomed to die. Now, will we see the forging of the 1? Creation, even. Ah, it moves. Hmm. Oh no. Yeah, he's seen what he's really looking like. Because he's put a glamour over him. So he must be looking rough. Yeah, you are being gaslit, mate. You are being. I almost feel. In fact, I do. I feel freaking sorry for Celebrimbor. Hmm. Yeah, that's the problem. Mm-hmm. So he's not only being led to, he's basically messing with his senses as well. So the reality he is seeing is not real. That's messed up. Nearly. Yep. The thing is, he probably has enjoyed his time with Celebrimbor, but for different reasons. In fact, he's just, one craftsman to another sort of thing. So he's basically suppressing all of this. Celebrimbor thinks it's just like, oh, he's just having a nice busy day. So I'll go and get that stuff for you. Goes outside. Yeah, there's a siege going on, and he has no idea about it. Hmm. Because you haven't. And the annoying thing is, he's not lying. That's what makes it so. Mm. I mean, he's not telling the whole truth, but he's not lying. Yep. Yeah. Like when you hear war drums. It's not when the war drums start you have to worry. It's when they stop. Nope. Yeah. Yeah. Mordor maybe, well, bunch of evil gits, but they know their military tactics. They know they can't cross the river, so they're not going to cross the river. Hmm. Excuse me. And that mouse is going to be important because that's twice they've shown it now. Oh, maybe that's like the whole Matrix thing. You know, when he sees the cat, it's like, huh. You know, they got too greedy and they delved too deep. See, that's basically the dwarven equivalent of thinking with the secondary brain. Elrond. See, that dude has got such an expressive face. I freaking love it. Durin. Like, you don't even have to guess what he's thinking. You can just see it. Yeah. That's what he said. Yeah, I'm about to have a mutiny to overthrow my father. You want in? Damn. What decisions I have to make. I've just realised we've not had the opening credits yet. My mind's not going wibbly, is it? There hasn't been the opening credits yet, has there? I thought so. I thought. Hmm. Yeah. If there's one thing I've learned in D&D, massive numbers can be really really game changing. I mean, yeah, you can have like a fireball to destroy them and stuff like that, but if there's 1,000 of them and five of you, 10% of them just need to get hits in, and you're screwed. Look at Warhammer 40,000, for example, the Orcs. Tyranids. Massive numbers. And I suppose the Imperial Guard. Oh, it's basically a loop. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. It's like he's in a loop, and he's figured it. He's fig. Again, he's not lying. That's what makes it so good. Because he's not an emissary of the Valar. Oh, that's pissed him off. He doesn't like being outsmarted. All right, you want to see what's going on out there? Fine. Yeah, just your home, your city being destroyed. You know, nothing major. Oh, dude is looking rough. Now the glamour's been lifted. Damn. So basically, the forge has been destroyed. His life work has been. It's got to be like waking up from a dream into a nightmare. Only the nightmare's real. Real. It was blood. Yep, it's his blood. Yeah, he's figured it out finally. So, yeah, he's woken up from a dream into a nightmare to only find out he has been helping Satan would be the appropriate word. Actually, no, not quite Satan, because Satan in this universe is Morgoth. Ah, I'll go. Yeah. And not only have you been helping Satan's assistant, you've made weapons of mass destruction for him. Good job. And she's going to think that he's absolutely lost it. Yep. She thinks he's completely lost it. That's the thing, they're pretty good at siege warfare. He hasn't been lying. That's the sneak. Well, he has lied, but the majority of the time he doesn't. that's that's a little just like, yeah, he's oh, that is oh, that is messed up. Oh, yeah, that is messed up. Mm. Oh, is this Elrond with the dwarves? This is a phrase I didn't think I'd say. Oh, that's an elven horse. That's a lot of horses. What is this Numenor? It's the elves. It's Elrond. Oh, oh, got Gil-galad to turn up. Okay, that is a cool sequence. Oh, it's Galadriel in there, isn't it? Of course, with his ridiculously good elfin vision, you can see that. Oh, see the right, how and all the elves are in the light and all the orcs. Because he didn't realise it was Sauron at the time. He thought it was a angel. So, so sorry, I had to put a. Oh, now he's bringing his mother into it. That's a bad idea. Sorry. There we go. Ow. Ah, that's better. Ooh, that's better. Hmm. Sowing the seeds of doubt. Smart even. Now, obviously, we know Galadriel survives. The question is how. And we know Elrond survives. But again, the question then becomes how. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, if you pardon the expression, yeah, he basically kissed her on purpose to put something in her mouth, like a pin or something, so she can get herself free. Because if I remember correctly, Elrond and Galadriel are related. Like, closely related. I think cousins, maybe. But if he doesn't know that, yeah, I do not envy Durin right now. Like, yeah, brothers of the minds rejoice. No, 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 I will stop. Yep, he gave her a pin. Yep. Yeah, he's getting paranoid. Correction, more paranoid. Yeah, it's that strength of will. Baruch Kazad. Yeah, that just basically made a lot of people think he's going to be a kick-ass king. Oh, nice one. Elven horses, very well trained. Yeah, seriously, elven horses are like freaking smart. You know, it's the whole thing like, oh, nice one, Elrond. No, the whole thing like, oh, oh, you've just pissed him off. He's about to go John Wick. Yeah, It's like, I don't. Oh, please tell me he's going to throw him into the catapult. Yes. Oh, yeet him. Go on. Do it. Yeet him on the catapult. Yes. Splat. Ah. Oh. Poor horsey. Maybe the ring can heal. I know he didn't bring it with him, did he? Shazbud. Yeah, that was like, yeet. Because remember rightly, they don't treat them as pets like the horses. They're mounts. They're like working partners kind of thing. You know, like the way like police dogs are treated, with respect and well looked after. It's that same sort of level of trust between them. That was so good. It just went splat. Ah, yes. Shame. She... Oh no, she's escaped. What a shame. Yep, he just realised he'd got outplayed by an elf, who he belittled earlier. So. This would be a sphincter clenching moment for anybody. It just that moment of that orc going flying on the trebuchet is going to be living rent free in my head for quite a while. Hmm. Yeah, it certainly seems like he genuinely, I'm not say loves them, but because he views them as his children. So, oh no. Oh, is this Elf Ranger whose name I keep forgetting? Yep. I don't think that's it. She's right. Deal with the other problems first. Then you turn Adar into a shish kebab later. Nice. Prince. I don't think the captions actually came up with Prince during the fourth size. Not during, Prince during. He's reassumed his role as the prince. That'll be the ring. Oh. The thing is, all the dwarves in Khazad-dûm would not be able to stand up against the big boy. The demon of shadow and flame. You're not afraid. They will curse you. Mm. Yeah. Oh, he's an abuser. It's like, oh, it hurt me to treat you like this. It's for you. Yeah. Yeah, Morgoth is basically Satan. And so you, yeah, it's basically abuse. Yeah. Oh. Like, like, you made this choice, not me. Oh. So you're blaming Celebrimbor. Right. Yeah. Hmm. Oh, oh, that got a reaction. That got a reaction from him. Yeah. That's like Kenny Brimble's a surprisingly, empathic, there we go, individual, but he's also a little bit naive. Now here's an interesting thought I just had. These were made for the nine. Oh, could an elf wear them? Like, could a human wear one of the dwarven rings, for example, or one of the elven ones? Okay, I don't know who that companion is who's going along with Elwyn, but can we see more of her, please? She looks freaking badass. Dude is rough. Oh, is he gonna end up breaking his wrist or something? This isn't gonna go well. No, 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 don't, don't. Do it on the chain first. Don't do what I think you're gonna. No, 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 no. If he's gonna do what I think he's gonna do. Oh, this is gonna be unpleasant. Oh, this is. Don't show it, please. Don't show it. This is gonna be unpleasant. Fucking hell. I mean, damn. Yeah. I mean, I did, oof. At the very least, he could have like maybe caught. No, no, because the embers were off, weren't they? I think he could have cauterized it, but oh, yeah. To be fair to him, he's definitely not playing for full deck right now. Yeah, that yeah. Everyone's going to think you've completely, you know, yeah. Everyone's going to think that Celebrimbor has completely lost his marbles. Oh, yeah. I believe she would outrank him anyway. Like, dude, you got abused. You got gaslit, abused, manipulated. Your empathy was used against you. Exactly. Yeah, Gladriel knows. It's his city, literally. His home, his city, his people. This is like, this gives me major I'm never going to see you again vibes. And I think she thinks the same. So I was like, yeah, I'm never going to see Celebrimbor again. He's walking to his death. Brilliant. Yep. Well, she's got a name, so that means there's a good chance she'll survive for a little bit. Not certain, but good. I oh I spoke too soon. Unless she's still gonna do it whilst all those. Oh, okay, that is fucking badass. That is badass. Yeah, I jinxed it. But I mean, fucking hell, she's gonna go. So the fact she just rips it out of her back and just like, I. Yeah, I definitely jinxed it. But she pulled a Boromir. Damn, he just sliced him in two. I mean, come on, that was pretty fucking dope though, the way she just went out. ripping it out from her shoulder, setting it on fire, and then causing the thing to explode. Oh, the big boy. Yeah. No, they're not. This is what because. Yep. Like I say, the big boy. He's not happy. Mm, maybe one more. Oh, damn. Oh, I shouldn't laugh, but that was amusing. Yeah, as the orc said, he doesn't care. He's just going to smack anyone who gets in his way, elf or orc. And he's using those as meat shields. Lovely. Oh, that's going to leave. That's going to leave a bruise. Oh. Okay, so I think we can say that Elrond's favourite weapons is siege weapons. He's used a ballista and a trebuchet now. Like a toothpick. Yeah, remove the head from the body, just to be sure. With creatures like that, double tap. Ah, yes. The orc with the only brain cell in the entire camp. I'll admit, I wouldn't have turned down being an extra on one of those. Damn. Hey, dwarf. I wonder if this is like where the whole enmity between elves and dwarves begins. The whole like, you said you'd come and help us and you didn't. I mean, so it would be a reason to hold a grudge. It's like, look, yeah, one of our major important cities got destroyed because you didn't come and help us like you said you would. Yeah, he's got bigger problems to deal with. Literally. Oh, Elrond's in denial. Okay, Gil-galad is a badass. I mean, he is the High King, so he should be. Oh, flip. Damn. He's still alive, but he's effed up. Hmm. That's got to be a homage to Helm's Deep. Still, battle tactics don't really change that much when you think about it. That sounds like something Sun Tzu would say. Silly boy Elrond. Is this orc music? It is. So I'm just listening to this music right now. I was not expecting this. Okay, okay, I've got to be very careful here. 1 second. Right, I'm gonna have to stop this now. Yeah, I know. Right. Okay, okay. I'm gonna have to go and have a little quick break because I need to use the bathroom. Um, we'll be back in probably a couple of minutes, if that. I'm going to also have a quick look to see if I can find that extra bolt to fix my microphone stand. So if you hear swearing, don't worry too much about it. So yeah, we'll be back in a couple of minutes max. So get yourself some water, stretch your legs, do whatever. Back in a bit. Okay, I'm back. Couldn't find the extra little widget. I imagine this will be one of the sort of things I'll be doing some hoovering and hear something go clunk, 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 clunk. It's gone Baltic outside. Oh, right. Yeah, it's gone a bit on the chilly side, hasn't it? I might even put the heating back on again in a minute. So this is kind of nice. Yeah, I'll do it a little bit later, just before I go to bed. Okay, that way I can have a nice toasty bed when I go to bed. Right. Okay, that was a pretty wild episode. There was a lot going on with that. Excuse me. I just checked on the cat as well. She's fine. She's currently sleeping on my washing pile, or on my ironing pile, whatever you want to call it. Been on continue. I found if it gets too hot, too warm, it's I think my place is generally well insulated. So I don't need to have the heating on that much. You know, I only need to put it on for like sort of 10-15 minutes tops, because it's reasonably small, and you know, I've got chunky walls compared to some of my friends' places, that I don't need to have the heating on that much. But when I do, it's like, when I feel the cold, it's like, oh yeah, it is really cold. It's that's one advantage about this. Also as well, because what's the word I'm looking for? I tend to sort of, you know, work in like one room at a time. I don't need to have the entire place heated. Like at the moment, I could just have the heating on, like just in here where I am. But I don't really need to. Anyway, last episode of season 2, and yeah, doing to protect the boiler. Last time it's just cold was when the big. That's fair enough. Yeah. That's something I was worried about the other day, was because I hadn't had the boiler on for a while. When I tried to turn it on and nothing happened, I thought, oh, perhaps something's happened because I've not had it on for a while. But no, it was just because the last time it had been serviced, you know, sort of like 6-7 months beforehand, they'd just not put the right thing back on. Now, not an issue. But actually, the more I think about it, yeah, I'll be fine. Okay. So, okay, with it not being toasty. Well, yeah, see, that's why I'm wearing this big chunky hoodie type thing. It's like early on, the thing I had on my arm is what's the word? Because I dislocated my elbow about a decade ago. When it gets cold, it starts to ache. It really starts to ache. So if you see me with what looks like a bandage on my arm, like specifically like this, it's like a medical bandage. So it's an injury, but it's an old injury, and this is like a compression bandage. So it helps to sort of keep the warmth in and keeps it all squashed and things like that. It's comfortable, just after a point, it starts to irritate the skin. So I have to take it off and let my arm breathe, so to speak. So yeah, if you see me wearing it on, it's nothing to worry about. It's just it stops the aches. So right, let's do this. Is that off? It's off. Good. Okay. Let's get ready with the last episode, shall we? Same as before. Need a compressing badges. Those two. Oof. Honestly, they're worth getting. They are well worth getting, because if you get one and you don't need it, it's better to have one for when you do need it. I speak from experience, and I think that only cost me, like, granted this was a few years back I got it, but I think it only cost, it was less than a tenner. So they're worth getting, 100%. Just one thing I will recommend is don't put on anything like a medical spray, like like deep heat or anything else like that, or anything else that you use to sort of rub your skin to keep it warm, because when you put that on afterwards, it pushes it into your skin and can really irritate your skin, as I found out to my cost the first time I did that. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Very, very good. Just don't put anything on unless it specifically says you can do that, or the doctor's recommended it, because yeah, not a pleasant experience. Right. Okay, and let's do the five countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. But yeah, seriously, worth getting one. Violence, fighting scenes. Oh yes, Rasputin. I still think that that itself is a test. Oh, oh. Okay, this means either she's going to be come back in, shown back again, or we're going to see the fall. Innocent. Yeah, you wanted proof from the Valar. You got proof from the Valar. He will do in a bit. Yeah. Silly boy Elrond. Although Gil-galad has one of the rings as well, doesn't he? So, yeah. Because Galadriel had one. Gil-galad had one. Oh, who had the third? Oof. Yep, he knows what's about to happen. Two dwarves enter, one dwarf leaves. Yeah. No. This is like I mean, we know this was coming, but just still watching it happen doesn't make it any less tragic. Mm. That's a lot of mithril. That's a lot of mithril. That's not just the mother load. That's damn. Oh no. It begins. Oh yes. Yeah, that's those are wings. Fuck. Oh, that made the monkey brain very, very happy just then. Oh, he's actually taking it off. Oh, this is when it's going to become known as Durin's Bane. Oh, oh. Holy shizballs. Oh, that is a freaking amazing shot. He's sideways. That. That is one of those. Oh, smoke it if you got him. Fucking hell. Oh, been waiting 2 seasons to see that. Worth it. And, honestly, I wouldn't have been at all surprised if they'd have shown that at the end of the episode, but to show it at the beginning, it, yes. Yeah. Oh, I was trying what I was going to say then. I've got about 15 different thoughts going through my head right now about that scene. Fucking hell. That was worth 2 seasons, I think, waiting to see that. Yeah, that's going to be one of those ones I'm going to be, yeah, I'm going to be thinking about that for quite a bit, because I've you know, the Balrog is one of my favourite things in the Middle Earth. And yeah, so how much fire do you want to put on the Balrog? All of it. Yeah, that was, yeah. How much fire? Yes. And how do you feel on the shadows and the smoke? Until the budget's used up, rightio. Tortoise. Okay, that was. Is this Saruman? Fire. This is either Saruman or someone pretending to be Saruman. Because he's speaking about the five. That's Gandalf, Saruman, yeah, Star, Radagast, and the twins whose names I can never remember. The Blue Wizards. Yes. Hmm. Ooh. That's where you're wrong. Pity ultimately results in the death of Sauron. Yep, that's the thing. Actually, Pity does end up in. Because if Bilbo hadn't shown yeah, because if Bilbo hadn't shown Golem pity, Well, we all know how that ended. Oh, yeah. Noise expression was like, yeah, yeah, you need to move. Oh, this feels like a purge. Yep. Yes, this feels like a purge. Oh, you're laying it. Called it. It's a purge. Hmm. Oh, I think we're going to see it. I don't want to put money on it, but we've already seen the Balrog do his thing. This would be the appropriate time for Numenor to basically do Atlantis. Because the gods get pissed. Especially Eru. See, that dude doesn't even have a name in the subtitles. He's not important. Just guard number one. She saw him leaving the city, didn't she, in her vision? And she's staying. Oh, that's how. Oh, that's important. That's basically like going, oh, by the way, here's your sword. It's Excalibur. Fucking Narsil. Anybody watching who doesn't know, Narsil is the blade that cuts off Sauron's hand in Fellowship. It gets broken and then gets reforged in Return of the King and becomes Aragorn's blade. It's, yeah, it is the Sword of Kings. It is Middle Earth's version of Excalibur. I was going to cheer the elf one, but so what happened last time I did that? Those again, she did go out like a fucking baller. God, this has made me want to play Lord of the Rings online again. Hmm. Obviously, we know that. Oh man. Oh, oh, that is just cruelty is the point. Oh, that is such abuser talk. That really is. Look what you've done to yourself. Look what you made me do. Mm, that is brutal. Mm, yes, of course you do. Mm-hmm. That's gonna. That's gotta be excruciating. I'm starting to think this Sauron person might not be a good lad. Unfortunately. Oh yes, because he's a necromancer. Oh, no, this is good. He's trying to piss him off so much he'll just kill him. Hmm. He's right. One ring will prove his utter ruin. Yeah. Round of applause to the dude who's. What's his name? I'll give him his proper title. Give me his proper name. I've got the X-ray thing up on the Amazon Primer. The guy who's playing Sauron is Charlie Vickers. Oh, there we go. Charles Edwards. There you go. Charles Edwards, you have done an absolutely amazing job as Killer Brimble, sir. Be proud. Mm-hmm. Yep. And that was a pretty ballsy move, to piss him off so much he just turns around and kills him. Because, if he keeps him alive, he'd be able to do necromancy. But he's making an attempt at it. Yeah, there's some logic to that. Ah, because he feels guilty about his mother. Yeah. Point him out. Oh yeah, there's stuff going on you have. Okay, so the big things we've had so far. Balrog. Fucking Narsil. Sauron's probably ends Celebrimbor. Probably gonna get the rings back. I I have a sneaking suspicion that we're going to. I was like, if, I don't know. I'm 50-50. I keep changing my mind about Numenor. Are we going to see it today, or is it going to be season three? I wouldn't be at all surprised if it's season three, but I also wouldn't be at all surprised if that's how they're going to end things. Oh, so, yeah, knew she was coming back. Otherwise, they wouldn't have shown her in the recap. Hmm. She's regretting certain life choices. Hmm. Looks like my prediction that I made at the beginning of the season might actually come true. No, you did not want to go to Numenor. Stay far away from Numenor. Stay far, far away from Numenor. Tis a city place. No, you won't. Hmm. You lying little weasel. No, no, that. That's an insult to weasels. Yeah. that was a definitely horse version of like, damn right. Oh dear. Hmm. Ooh, I really hope he gets trebucheted. Yeah, try turning against that, mate. Hmm. It's one thing to like take, the fallen branches and stuff like that. It's helping to keep the forest nice and tidy. It's all good. Yeah, it's okay with that. Oh shit. Oh, it's healed him. Healed him. Of course. And he's yeah. You can see the old injuries returning. Huh. Oh, maybe the ring healed his mind as well. Like not just his body, but like his mind and soul, for want of a better term. I mean, they've got the powers to do that. Especially if he's like more elf than Uruk. Oh dear. And at least we've had there was a reasonable chance of there being. Oh dear. Bit tragic when you think about it. Moments earlier he had finally achieved a sort of physical and mental and spiritual peace with himself and with Galadriel. 5 minutes later, he's being used as a pincushion. Although considering what happened between him and Sauron, that's like one of those moments. Is like, ugh. But again, that's the thing with prequels. Hmm. Okay, that was a pretty cool way to stop the blade. Can't deny that. Okay, using the crown as a shield is not something I would have envisioned, but I dig it. Damn, Rikian's fucked up. This is like this is like the destruction of the Library of Alexandria. Yep. I don't know. I just found that funny. Oof, that's painful. Using the freaking crown as that, and now he's manipulating her again, or trying to. Yep, he's messing with her. He is the Lord of Deceit after all. Oh, that's just not on. It's just like, there's a little bit of Stonehenge there. He's buggered off. Gaslighting, son of a... Maybe her ring's helping her. What was the phrase? If he bleeds, we can kill him. We know she lives. Yeah, oof. Yeah, you don't be doing that. And of course, yep, that's how he gets the rings. 9. I was trying to think, what shoulder did Frodo get stabbed in at Weathertop? I think it was like in the same... Yep. Ah, Dwarven crossbows. It would technically now be the king, wouldn't he? Durin, I mean. If you assume Durin Senior... Well, I mean, there's no way he could have survived that fire. Oh, oh, tree caught her. Oh, if that's an ent, if that's a freaking ent that caught her, it's got to. I would put money on that being an ent. Oh dear. You just got a promotion, pal. Yeah, I put money on an Ent catching her, or at least slowing her down. Ugh. Yep, same thing. Yep, same thing happened with Frodo. Or maybe it takes two rings to do it. This is probably going to sting like hell. Go on, Elrond, you become a ring bearer, so we know you can do it. Yep. Explains how he becomes one of the rings, one of the wearers of the free. I imagine burning that corruption out of her was going to hurt. Mm-hmm. Yep. That's the thing. It's not, as you said, it's not just a physical wound; it's a spiritual wound as well. So that ain't gonna be fun. Yep. Okay, it's got to be season three. It happens, and I mean they're going to be doing the season three. That's a given. Yeah. Yep. There's a vision that she saw. Yep. That's exactly the scene that she saw in her. Yep. So far, her predictions have come true. Prophecy. Oh yeah, we know they're going to end up in what we call the Shire. Part of me hates that, but part of me likes it. I can't decide which. I'm 50-50 on that one. It's like it's giving me Hodor vibes. Yeah, this definitely explains why. Yeah, we know who this is. Develops a affection for hobbits or halflings, however you wish to address them. I'm going to call them hobbits. Go on, go on to the Shire. There it is. He's got his grey robes. He's got his staff. Or his greying robes, I should say. All he needs is his hat. Every wizard needs a hat. Wide brim, pointy. Hold it. Like a cat. Boom. Hmm. Yep, that was the constellation he was trying to find. Yep. Yeah, the river daughter I think is Goldberry. I think that's her name. Something like that. Excuse me. Yeah. So that's either Saruman or someone pretended to be Saruman. But he knew quite a bit about Gandalf, so a very big one. Politics. He probably passed. That's a borderline dick thing to say, but if anyone's allowed to say it, it's going to be him. Like, ah, shit, you're awake. Hmm. Yep, which is understandable. Huh, I'll go. And what's going on? What's that? I really like the elven armor, the design of it. Where it incorporates the trees into everything and the leaves. I'm gonna wait just in case. I don't think there will be, but just in case. Yeah, seriously, Charles Edwards, dude who played Celebrimbor, did a freaking amazing job in that. Now, he knew he was going to go out, and was it Orena, the elven lady, who I jinxed? That was pretty freaking dope. Ripping the arrow out of her back, setting it on fire, and then making the thing blow up, and then just pretty much stand there going, "Alright, I can go now." Okay, just going to move that very carefully. That was... Honestly, I'm very surprised that they showed the whole Balrog thing right at the beginning. Although they... I suppose they needed to set up, to explain why the dwarves couldn't send to help with Eregion. Because it's like, yeah, we got a problem in the Khazad-dûm right now. It's big, it's a demon, and there's a fuck ton of fire. Okay. That entire sequence was just like... Yeah. Like I say, core memory unlocked. I don't think there is any, but let's just double... Wait a second, because it looks like... Okay, yep, so we're now going into the credits and all the other languages, which is fair enough. Right. So anyway, I can describe it. I'm going to stop that right now. Yeah. Definitely an improvement over season 1. 100% an improvement over season 1. Basically, I've got no other way to describe it, but it's yeah. I mean, that honestly, those last 2 episodes were probably the best in the season. Not the same league as the movie, exactly. Yeah, I would still 100% rate the movies as, like I say, 9.5, 9.6 easily. This is like a 7.5, 7.6. Decent. Yeah. I think now the actors are kind of sort of settled into their roles a little bit more. It's good, but you know what? This ain't as bad as some people make it out to be. Oops, I have to move the camera a sec. A solid addition to the story. Yeah. It's... Again, yeah, there's definitely been some things I am not much taking umbrage with, but, I will freely admit, in season 1, you know, the way they sort of portrayed the elves compared to they were in the film, and I admit this is a lot of my biases from the film showing. I was expecting Celebrimbor to be sort of, sort of Elrond's age, young, foolish type thing. Stuff I would have done differently, yeah. But in the last few episodes, especially of this season, Charles Edwards, the guy playing Celebrimbor, did a cracking job. He showed off the empathy he was having, like he wanted to help people and that was turned against him. The gaslighting and the abuse talk was... that was a little bit too near the mark, I imagine, for a few people. It's... I've not had that happen to myself, thankfully, but I have, in my life, known a couple of people who it has happened to. And when, they can... I won't mention names for obvious reasons, but when they spoke to me about it, just in the sort of, I need to get this off my chest type of thing, the way they had talked and the way they had spoken was it was not exactly like that, obviously, but it was, that was disturbingly accurate. Let's just put it like that. The gaslighting, the way he was turning his words around, the whole "look what you're making me do to you" type of talk. That's just like, Sauron. What else would I have done differently? So there's a few other things. I think, but I think that's kind of the point. I think it was meant to. Excuse me. I think it was meant to turn your stomach, to show, because when you see it in, the original films and stuff like that, you don't really see, by the whole nature of it, how you hear stories of, oh, he's no evil when you can do that, but you never really see any concrete examples. Like, he just wants to take over Middle Earth. Okay. But when real evil, the real stomach-churning evil, that's when you make, it's like what he was doing. And I think, honestly, that was a great way, unpleasant as it was, but it was a great way of showing just how evil he is. It's one thing to kill a person. It's one thing to betray them. But to, again, I both love it and I hate it. And it's as the season has gone on, it's like, you really did get to see. And I think that was a really good choice. Not necessarily the choice I would have made, but I think it was a good way to show, like, and this is what he does to his friends or the people he respects. Imagine what he will do to the entire world. So in that regard, it did a cracking job. Yeah, and I think with that, I am going to call it a night. I'll be back on Friday now, isn't it? Yeah. So I'll be back on Tuesday with some more Cyberpunk, and obviously I'm going to have to decide what else we want to watch now, because we're caught up. I did see that Stargate was on Prime. I'm basically going through Prime until my subscription runs out, basically. Whatever that may be, I can't remember off the top of my head. I think Stargate, the original Stargate, is on there. It says it's leaving like in the next sort of 30 odd days or so. So provisionally, if that is still on, Hellboy the God Army's on there. Oh, that's a great film. I freaking love that. I honestly think the Golden Army is the superior version of the two. It's the superior of the two films. Like, that's not putting the first one down. I just think the Golden Army is just that little bit. It just has that little bit more kick to it, So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It'll have to be one of those ones. It's just, I can't talk. This is how I'm getting tired. So yeah, I'm gonna go to bed. Actually, I'll put the heater on in a second. I'm just gonna say good night. Good night.